Something historic and catastrophic happened 2 days after the band Perry filmed the iconic video for If I Die Young in Nashville. Do you know what it was? The sharp knife of a short life. Pretty tragic lyric, right? Actually, Kimberly says of that day that the song fell from heaven to her pen. It was a very poignant moment of celebrating life and contentment. Whatever, it worked. The second single from the band Perry's debut album is arguably one of the 10 best songs of the millennium, and it turned them into stars in the span of a few months. But let's be honest, they were kinda headed that way. Kimberly, Reed, little bro Neil were all born in Ridgeland, Mississippi, which is actually where Faith Hill was born before she moved to Star. Let's clear some things up. The band Perry is not related to Luke Perry, Joe Perry, Katy Perry, or Steve Perry. Well, actually they are related to Steve Perry, just not that Steve Perry. Daddy Steve was a pediatrician who moved the fam first to Grand Bay, Alabama, and then to Greenville, Tennessee. Mom is Marie, and the Rents raised him on rock and roll and Loretta Lynn. Garth was an influence. KP recalls going mud riding when she was in Bama. She'd turn the song Rodeo up as loud as she could. There's some irony there that we'll get to in just a moment. The trio first performed together in 1998, but before that, the boys would carry Kim's equipment. She started at 15 in a rock and roll band called Rain. They got that name because it was raining the day they needed a name. Hey, it's rock, it doesn't have to be smart. Soon the bros would form Mobile Music Mechanics and open for her, but as Reed puts it, we needed a lead singer and she needed a band. Greenville isn't too far from Nashville, and one day around 2008, Garth's manager Bob Doyle would stumble upon the tight harmonies of La Banda Perry. They didn't sing in Spanish. We just wanted to momentarily include our Spanish-speaking readers. Roberto would introduce them to Senor Scott Borchetta. They'd release a song called Hip to My Heart that radio didn't quite know what to do with. And then, If I Die Young. Okay, so here's the deal. 2 days after filming the video at Two Rivers Mansion in Nashville, a 1,000-year flood dropped 13 inches of rain on the city and killed 11 people. All of the flowers you see in the music video, gone. Kinda makes this moment from the behind-the-scenes video much more frightening than it seems at first.
If it starts lightning,
No good.
we're on the water and we have a jib.
By the end of 2011, the band Perry is Song of the Year winners. Girls are talking about Reed's hair, guys, and some girls are crushing on Kimberly. The artsy chicks are liking Neil's accordion. Yeah, Kimberly says it's gotten them dates. And who are we to judge? Just for those girls, here's 7 seconds of Neil Perry accordion porn. Some other things before we get to the other things. Kimberly says she would have followed Dad to medical school if this music thing didn't work. Probably not veterinarian school, however. One of the reasons she started writing music was because a pet bunny named Beatrice died an unspeakable death when she was just 8 years old. She wrote a song about it called Bunny Rabbits Are Nice. So now you know the band Perry. Other things to know: Reed likes horses and Neil likes to read. They write a lot with a group called the Henningsons. Their fashion sense has a purpose.
But one thing that we really are interested in doing is sort of reviving that spirit, continuing to revive that spirit of drama, if you will, in the wardrobe for country stars, because I miss that.
And their hair is very important to their success. Neil and Kimberly love Reed's man bun. Reed says the key to his gorgeous hair is neglect. Kimberly admits she's a little bit jealous of Reed's hair attention. In general, they say if their hair is flat, so too will be their performance. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out on Twitter and Facebook. And be sure to check back every Monday for more You Think You Know Country.